All right. We are going to be moving to the next topic. Before then, once again, if this is your first time of joining us, this is JIBRIN Angle coming to you on Oweleke TV. We have our special and regular guest, Barrister Austin Manta, who have been with us from the beginning from the hosting of this show, and uh, Mr. Shegun Onibiyo. Can you? I don't like mispronouncing people's names. Can you please correct me because I don't. I get offended when people pronounce my name wrongly. Can you please correct me again? Onibiyo. Okay, Onibiyo. Okay, all right. I hope I remember next time. His name is Shegun Onibiyo, and we shall be talking about the next topic, which has to do with the CJN. Barrister, I will take you first on this because I need your legal mind on this specifically. The CJN, excuse me. I don't know. I was surprised to see that. The new CJN, what's that her name? Kekere Abi? Okun, okay, Kekere Okun. Yeah, okay. 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 Okun. Kekere. All right. Kekere Ekun. All right. I don't know. I was surprised that me. I've never had a situation because everything about Tinubu seemed to be awkward. Sort of. I've never had a situation where an acting someone acting in someone in acting capacity was actually sworn in. Was we took an oath of office. I don't get it, Barrister. What is the rationale behind this?
Well, in point of fact and in point of practice, that has always been what has happened in the past. You have to
Really?
know that, yes, that has always been the position in the past. You have to know that these positions are constitutional positions that require the confirmation of the Senate before you become a substantive holder of that office. So, whenever the tenure of the preceding CJN, for instance, or other officers, not just CJN, there are other officers as well. Whenever the tenure of the preceding or an holder of that office comes to an end, there is the elevation of the next person in acting capacity, pending the transmission of the appointment to the Senate for.
Sorry, Barrister. Sorry to cut you short again. I need to follow. I need to ask a follow up question before I forget. Now, my point is, let me ask you for before I ask the question I wanted to ask. Is it legal? Is it in law that anyone that is in acting capacity, or anyone who is taking over in acting capacity from his or her predecessor, must is it legal? Is it in law that you have to take an oath of office?
Before you act as the Chief Justice of Nigeria, you have to take the office, I mean, the oath of
Yeah, the
allegiance to the
substantial
office.
chief now, but we are talking about acting capacity now.
Even in acting capacity, you are still performing the job of the CJN. You are still carrying out the functions of that office. So it is necessary for you to take the oath of allegiance to the
Barrister, I am
office.
not talking about the necessity. I'm talking about the legal angle. Is it law?
It is the law. It is the interpretation of the law. Because before you start acting in that office, you are supposed to take the oath of allegiance and the oath of office. Two oaths that you have to take.
All right.
So, subject to the confirmation by the Senate, if you enter into that office, because the tenure of the last holder has ended, and nature upholds a vacuum, somebody must hold that office until the legal formalities are concluded. So, before you enter into that office, you are required by law to take the oath and do the functions of that office.
Now, my problem.
Why should a person carry out the functions of the office without taking the oath? In
Yeah,
that
okay.
case, in that
Now
case,
let me ask you something, barrister. Sorry to cut you short again, because if this is law, honestly, I pick to me I there is a hole in that law. Now, my question is this: um, every judge, you as a lawyer, before you became a lawyer, if you were called to bar, you swore an oath, right? There was a pledge you made. Every lawyer passes through that, right?
of course, definite.
Good. Judges on the bench does the same thing. Now, for someone, obviously for someone who have attained that level of being a chief judge, and you were probably next in line as the next chief judge, um, she rose through the ranks, and at every point you get to a certain rank, there is always a renewal of oath. You renew that oath or whatever. And so, what is the rationale if someone is not a substantive head? What would be the rationale behind it? Doing this, making it ceremonial. It was so ceremonious that even some government dignitaries were there, including the president's son, was even there at the swearing in. For God's sake, this was someone in acting capacity. For God's sake, what is the rationale behind this? If after all, if you are going to be if they will eventually appoint you as a substantive CJN, you will take the main oath. Why do we have a duplication of oath where in the first place you may not even be? There is possibility that you may not eventually attain that level.
Well, let me say that when you use the word renewal of oath, it's not actually renewal. When you come from the system and you grow up, each time you move to the next level, you take the oath of that next office. From the magistrate down to the high court judge to the court of appeal
So
judge,
all those oaths are different.
there are
They
different
are
oaths.
different.
There are different oaths. Oath for each of that position is different.
So
So
their content, it means when they are different, that means that the contents of those oaths are completely different.
they are different. Although you see in the body they are the same, but they are different in respect of the office. The oath of office of a justice of the Supreme Court is there. The oath of office of the Chief Justice is there because the Chief Justice, his own functions are more than the functions of a justice of the Supreme Court. So there has to be an oath for that office.
Okay,
And
another question is this.
yes,
Another question is this. Okay, I think the legality has been established. There's no doubt about that. Now, my next question is, maybe this is political anyway. Why making it public? I expect this thing, if it's just it has to do with a temporary stuff, maybe as an in acting capacity. If you are in acting capacity, there is something you should be doing in your office personally, just you and the judge, whoever is wearing, just cameras or whatever. Is that not supposed to be the norm?
no,
Why taking it public?
not really. Anything, there's virtually nothing that the president, a public of performance that can be in secret. Anything the president does is accompanied by journalists, is accompanied by pressmen and others.
I don't know. Is it the president who swears in the CJN?
Of course,
Okay, the president
who
swears in
swears
the
in the
CJN.
CJ, that's
Okay.
CJ. So if the president is going to swear in the CJ, he's going to go with State House pressmen, journalists from all, like Shegun will also be there. The whole public will be there to know that yes, this today this particular person has assumed
Okay,
the
yeah, I think
functions of
you're
this
right.
office,
Yeah,
has been
and I
sworn
remember.
this
Yeah,
day.
this president swears in the Now,
So
that is
it
my
will not
point.
be a
Now, this
secret.
is Barrister again. This is my point. Now, if this CJN, now if this woman becomes the substantial CJN, the president will do the same thing twice. This is my problem. This is waste of time, waste of resources, waste of energy, waste of everything. That's my point.
The swearing in it does not take a lot of time, so it does not. Uh,
Barrister,
the,
barrister. You and I know that. Hold on. You and I know what it means for the president to be in active, in action, in anything. If the president is participating in anything, so many things goes down the drain. Money,
of course,
security, everything. There are so many things will play out.
money will be voted for that event.
Of
Uh,
course, that's my point.
it has to. We have to fulfill the constitutional responsibilities. It's as simple as that. There's no other way.
You see, but you see, okay, okay. I think I'm beginning to be on the same page with Shegun, who said the constitution need a revampment. Because if this is the honestly, if this is constitutional, I think I agree with him on that. Honestly, because this is crazy. This is waste of resources and time.
I think these formalities have to be done because they also have legal implications. Whenever you misconduct yourself in that office, a reference to the oath you take or you took is brought forward. You took the office to do this, the oath of office to do this, and you have done contrary to the oath you took. So it has a binding effect. It has a reflective effect. It's supposed to make you reflect. I took an oath. I swore. If you are a Muslim or a Christian, you swore on your belief that you will conduct this office in a particular way allowed by law. And then you are to reflect every time you take a decision that, oh, I'm under oath to do this. So that should reflect in your mind to guide you, to help you keep on a moral and integrity path. Whether it actually happens that way is another thing. But these things are designed for that purpose to keep you in reflection while you are carrying out that office that you have sworn to do the work in accordance with the prescriptions of the law.
All right, thank you so much for that. Shagun, do you have a take on that? Yeah.
A substantive detail.
All right. All right. Anyway, you are clear on that. Me, I honestly I see it as waste of time and money. My problem is that waste of resources. That's my problem. Honestly, that's my problem because any anything that the president, any function, if any government function that the president would partake in, everyone knows how much goes into that. Everyone goes. The preparation, the security apparatus, the preparation, and everything or whatever. Everything, it's all about money. And trust in in the Nigerian context, in the Nigerian context, trust it's not going to be the money will be that will be involved. It's not going to be a prudent spending. It's not going to be prudent. It's going to be very, very outrageous.
Yes.
Something that is supposed to be 1 million naira, they will eventually peg it at a billion. Sort of. So that's my point. Just waste of resources. And I believe this is the reason why some people, some government, some of these things in law, that's why probably some of them are resisting what Shogun actually wanted, the changing of the constitution. Honestly, largely, I do not believe in the change. I don't believe in ourselves. Hey, again, that's the point. Now, why I do not believe in the replacement or a kind of amendment of the constitution is because um, while the constitution actually is porous in some areas or gives away some things that are that are not supposed to be given away. Um, if we have purged minds, if we have good minds, anyone with sincere intentions will not want to exploit. What we do is we exploit. Even in the US, we have this issue of people exploiting the in fact, people, that's just the truth. There are few people who are exploiting the constitution. Constitution gives away some areas where you lawyers consider that to be a lacuna, a loophole, something that is one can use to actually you exploit in his or her favor. A sort of the same thing applies to Nigeria. My point is, it's not that the exploitation of such law is not that prevalent in the US as we have in Nigeria. If we can minimize that exploitation, we don't actually, just like this issue of swearing in. What happens when the president can just say, okay, someone like Idiagbon that we all know, Idiagbon could have done it this way. Okay, we don't need fanfare. We don't need whatever. Let the CJN just come to my office. Come to my office as the president, as the head of state or the president. Let us do the swearing in there. Just with about 5 people there. The 5 important people. That's just it. Why can't a president do that? Barrister, can't a president do that by law? Is that not at the president's prerogative to do it whichever way he wants to, as long as he is the one who is the swearing, who will be swearing in the person? That's my point. Hold on. You see, now my problem with that with Nigeria. You see, that is my problem. This issue of CJN. You see, when should we actually stop this official ostentations where you have? Why can't we behave in a civilized manner, for God's sake? Why can't we have a system? Even here we have people who carry their bags by themselves. Head of agencies, secretaries of that's secretary, they call them minister. We refer them as ministers here. They carry bags, carry whatever. You go to the airport, you see them carrying their traveling bags themselves or whatever. Why can't we do this? Why do we have to have CJN coming with a whole conglomerate of entourage? For what? That's the point. So why can't the CJN just carry him in file? Carry your file and carry your chief registrar, whatever your secretary, follow you. That's it.
Mr. Jibrin.
Yes. No, Barrister, we are arguing two different things here. My own problem is the tautology, the repetition of it. Why waste that money? Why, if we are not doing the main thing? That's my own problem. If we want to do the main thing, that's okay. That can be tolerable, a sort of. But my own problem is, if you are going to do it again, why doing it this way? Honestly, these are two different things, Barrister. Again, they are completely different.
Mr. Jibrin.
Because the president is the president right now. He's not acting. He's not in acting capacity.
Mr. Jibrin.
Yes.
I am. Okay.
Yes. Yes. All right. Shogun.
Okay. Okay. Let me just quickly add this. You see, Mr. Jibrin, you are talking about what should be happening in a sane country, in a country that is organized. And that is one. I understand your point, though. Ordinarily, we shouldn't be doing this swearing thing twice. It's a waste of resources, a waste of time that we have to pause to do all of this. I think, like you said, I agree with you. This is something that can be done in his office. We don't have to be there. Do it in your office and put in the person you want to put in acting capacity. When you're going to swear the person in officially, yes, you can do the ceremony.
Public. Yeah,
But you see, let me tell you, there's a proverb in my place. When you dey fry groundnut for person when no dey see, you go dey talk so that the person no go think say as you dey fry am, you dey put some for inside your mouth. Nigerians are terrible people. If you don't do that, then go say ordinarily now there is an issue about kekere ekun that is already on ground. You already know. She was the one who brought a man who came fourth and made him number one in Imo State.
Yeah,
the Supreme Court. So I think if this is law, I think it is permissible because it is permitted. Why? Because if you don't do that, you may be seen to be going against the law. Oh, when was she sworn in? Then it becomes an issue that you have to be debating. At the end of the day, you waste time and waste resources doing all of that. So I think from the explanation here, I'm clear about it anyway.
All right, that's okay. Can you imagine? You can imagine that. You can imagine that, for God's sake. You cut short an official responsibility abroad just for this purpose. This is crazy.
Who told you that? Who told you that the trip is official? Who said it's official?
Anyway, that's another thing.
You are the one who knows it's official, though.
Yeah, that's the point. You can imagine you cut short for this kind of thing. Honestly, that's crazy. Anyway, let's move to the next topic.